my dad.
No. Where's my phone? Oh, it's on the stand.
Where?
You're
On what
using
stand? That's my phone.
No, that's my phone.
No, that's my phone.
That's my phone.
No, that's my phone.
Oh, where did...
I gave
my
you
phone's
your
right
phone. Oh gosh. You're texting my dad.
here. Yeah. We have a like but no view. Okay, but that doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like you have it. Okay, you have like the wall in it.
Okay,
This is like
center
the
it.
worst.
Well,
Why
it's
is
all
the
up in
wall?
our grill anyway.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, welcome to my birthday live. Thank you, Donald.
This stand is so bad. Like it's like
Shakes when
shaking if you like even touch the table.
Turn this a little. That's too much turn.
Yeah, too much. It's like your whole.
Okay.
It's like my whole face is in it.
Still? Young Jamie.
Do
We'll get all my birthday love in. Everybody can shower me in birthday love. It is my birthday, and this will probably be up on my page, but wanted to... Has it always been this close on our face?
No. No, I don't know.
Maybe. Maybe not.
I don't know. We haven't done a live in so long. I don't even remember.
I'm dusting off my YouTube channel because
It took like what? A couple weeks.
couple weeks off.
Almost probably a month.
What do you think the reason is? Is it my director, my producer?
No, because I say to you all the time, like we can do a Molly's Mind, and you say.
We have a couple ideas for Molly's Mind that we'll do.
Yeah.
But.
And you also have already some recorded content that like we just haven't put up.
Donald, if you're on, Donnie.
Or if you're gonna watch.
Or if you're gonna watch, your video is going up. Our chat.
It's ready to go. You just haven't like put it up.
I know it was weird timing when I did it, and like
it wasn't weird timing.
No, it wasn't. It was
wasn't
weird
timing. But you wanted to talk to my dad.
Adam, shout out to Adam. Thanks for watching, bro. He's having some tequila in our honor. I'm having some funfetti birthday cake.
That was made by our 2.5-year-old.
It's very good. Even though this looks like the hummus that she was eating yesterday. Yeah, so it's my birthday. And I thought it was important to at least get on and document it.
Your birthday?
I feel like documentation is important of things. Molly's made me realize that.
We did a Molly's Mind on my birthday.
Did we? Mm-hmm. So it's important.
Yeah, it was on the birthdays. Remember I talked about like the cards and stuff?
Thank you, Browns.
And now and I said to you the other day, aren't you so glad like I save all the cards?
Yeah, so not to get too emotional, but my grandma is not doing too well, but Molly kept a lot of her cards, and it was nice to look through them and see her handwriting and see some handwritten notes from her and stuff that she wrote when she was in her prime and rocking and rolling, and it's always cool to have that stuff documented. So that's what I like doing with a lot of my chats. So Adam's in my chat, he's watching now. Molly's the GOAT. We have documentation of a conversation that we had.
Oh, I didn't realize that was like Adam.
Yeah, what did you think? It was just like an Adam?
Yeah, because you say what up to people when they join. So
oh,
when you
no.
said
Well,
Adam,
yeah,
I didn't realize that was like Adam.
No, but, I don't really go back and watch a lot of the chats, but, I have with my dad, I have with my mom did one, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Molly's dad, obviously, George, who's got awesome opinions, who will be back on the channel a lot, but...
Yeah, but we also talked about, like, I'm recording just a ton of videos and, like, just from my phone in the long way, so we can just,
Sofa King in the building.
Put videos together, so we have almost, like, homemade videos of our kids and our life, like we do from when we were little, because we take tons of pictures, but not always videos. It's just good to, like, remember those moments.
It's good to document things, because, I know when I grew up, I was born in 88, so shout out, July 15th, my birthday. And back then there was no like social media and stuff like that. It was just like cameras and like old video things that like my parents used to hold on their shoulders. Mm-hmm. And seeing those like old videos or like everyone knows like watching old videos is like the dopest thing ever with your family.
Yeah.
And now it's so easy to record things. The only thing is just like trying to monitor like how much social media you're on. Like I don't know, like I felt like I was on it a lot prior to when I was off YouTube. I mean, like I am on it a lot. Don't get me wrong.
Corin has this thing where he doesn't go on
I talk.
social media for like 3 days. That's the max. I feel like the max you've gone is 3 days, like ever since he's had a cell phone. And
I
then
try to do.
hold on,
I
hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. So he goes off for 3 days, and then he'll say one thing to me if I'm on my phone. He's like, "I've been off my phone for so long," and I'm like, "That's when you know you have a problem, when you think 3 days is so long." But he's so addicted to his phone that like you legitimately have a problem. Even if you're not on YouTube, you're on everything else, and you're like constantly checking everything. 3 days is not a long time.
3 days is a long ass time in
God,
social
to
media
go off
terms.
social media? No, it's not.
It's hard, like honestly, and a lot of people say this when they don't use social media is like, it's just like instinctual to like pick up your phone and like
Of course it
your
is.
thumb. So there was this magician on, there was a magician that was on like Jimmy Fallon yesterday or something, and he did this trick where you put your hands together and like your
You
fingers
go
just
like
started.
this, and then you go like this, and then you stare at your finger. No, you put them apart. You stare at your fingers, and then they like move together.
So it must be something with like gravitation, like pull, like pulling your finger together or something like that. But my point is, there's just something natural when you open up your phone. Like your fingers just go to like where your Instagram key is, where your
Yeah,
Twitter
you
key
know,
is,
it's like
where.
muscle memory.
Yeah, so doing that for however long you're on social media for, like months and like years, and then trying to cut that is like it's
Yeah.
like smoking or something. I've
me,
never smoked cigarettes, but like
I
when I knock people and I'm like, why don't you just stop smoking cigarettes? Like it's probably really hard
no, I
because like
think you
let me finish
have
my
an
point.
addiction.
That's what I'm saying. Like
Yeah.
so like a lot of people do it. Don't just try and put it on me, but like
Yeah.
with cigarette smoking, I'm like, why doesn't someone just not buy a pack of cigarettes and like and not smoke? But it's the same thing with like social media. It's just like it's addicting, and that's why
Yeah.
it's like birthdays are awesome in the sense where like it's a great day to celebrate your birth, but like it's also like that fake like gratification you get from people, so it's like you see it. I mean, like you see it on your birthday wall and it like on Facebook or
Yeah,
something
see,
like
this
that.
is the problem is I let you finish and now you're in a completely different topic. So, like, how am I supposed to comment
Okay, so
on what you
comment-
said before
okay, so
when
go
you're,
back.
like, going on a 7-minute tangent?
Go back and
I don't know what I
it
was
wasn't
gonna
7 minutes
say.
because we only been live for 7 minutes, so I couldn't have been on a 7 minute tangent. That's
Okay,
proof that
people were
she's lying.
people were asking if YouTube is social media. I would say yes. I personally would say YouTube is social media. Because you can interact with people.
Yeah,
like, you
yeah,
go
yeah,
and, like, I love going to Kyle and Corin and reading every single comments. Like, I read every single comment on so many videos.
Molly will get
Why?
into it with people, and like I do it for fun, just because it's like I just get enjoyment sometimes of like seeing a comment. Like even when people say like, "Oh, I'm dumb" or this or that, like
Yeah.
it's all fun and games because it's
Yeah.
like at the end
I
of the
mean-
day, I know who I report to. Like
Yeah.
I know who knows me, and then like hopefully
Happy
people
birthday.
know who I am, and they know that when I say something, I'm just messing around, or like
Yeah.
I probably do believe what I'm saying, but I just can't articulate it well, and that's
Yeah.
why I have Kyle there to like
Yeah.
show me love
You,
and like pick
no, I
me
know.
up.
People will, like, shit on you in the comments, and I always want to, like, respond to every person and be like, you're annoying, because people, like,
Oh, happy birthday, Keelan.
I don't know. I think Corin is a smart person. He just doesn't always articulate himself very well.
No, here's where I'm
Let me finish.
here's where I'm smart. I have very good points of what I want to say, but I could just get it out like in like a sentence
No,
in
you
under
don't.
5
You don't
seconds. Like,
articulate things well. That's your problem. Is like in your head.
the
you have
difference
a
between
plan.
me and Joe Rogan is like I can.
There's a lot of differences between you.
I'm
and
just
Joe
going to
Rogan.
like the top, obviously.
Oh my
And the
God.
difference is I can get what I want to say out in just like 5 words. Just boom, boom, boom.
Oh, Bernice.
Hey Bernice, happy birthday in a week. What I can't do is like elaborate on it and like extend it and say it multiple times because I just say it once, that's it, boom, you got it? No, we're moving on.
No, you a lot of times do not get your hi dad. A lot of times you don't get your point out across or you don't articulate it well. So like, yeah, there's times you can say it, but I think Kyle no, Kyle speaks Corin. Like, he knows you really well, and
Yes.
so do I. So
And he's said that, and that's why
Yeah.
sometimes when I say something and he gives me a blank stare and doesn't pick up what I'm putting down, then I'm a little bit like, damn, that shit must have been either dumb
Yeah.
as fuck or like just made no sense at
Yeah.
all. And Kyle's even like,
Yeah.
I can't decipher what you're
But
saying
also,
there.
when you read the comments on Kyle and Corin, there's a lot of people who follow politics very closely and follow all Kyle's videos really closely. So they know a lot more of the nitty gritty of everything that's going on, more than just the average person. So they'll look at you and be like, Corin's so dumb because he didn't know that Russia did X, Y, and Z and blah, blah,
Yeah,
blah
that's
is
not why I'm
happening
there.
in Yemen. No, I know, but people see that you don't know specific things like that.
And
be
they
like,
don't know
"This
that
guy's
shit either, so don't come at me for that
that's
shit."
Like, there's people who
I know,
follow
there are some
all of
people.
Kyle's
Yes,
videos.
I know.
So, like, those people have those. Anyways, let's move on from this topic.
That is almost like what I would do is just stop like abruptly because my point was just
Yeah, because Corin doesn't know where Siberia is, so that's why people.
no. But at the end of the day, I think it is important to document things, to keep record of things if that's not the same thing because, it is cool to look back and in the moment you might not think it's important what you're doing or it might be corny to take a picture with something. That's why it's like I'm never afraid to like take a picture with someone because at the end of the day, unless I'm really like bothering them, like a celebrity or something like that, and they're eating, I would never do that. But even family or friends, like if I'm with a bunch of my boys and like we're trying to be tough or
Yeah.
whatnot, it's like let's take a picture, like like
But
it's
where do you draw the line on like taking too many pictures that you're not enjoying the moment? Because that's the thing with social media and stuff is like you can get so caught up in it, and we can go to family gatherings and every single person is sitting around the table on
Happy
their
birthday,
cell
Nova.
phone at the same party. Everybody's looking at Instagram, looking at whatever, and it's like, it's just, where do you draw the line of like you're taking too many pictures and in your phone too much that you're not even actually enjoying the moment.
Yeah.
And then you look back on that moment, you're like, that day was so fun, but it's like you weren't even enjoying it.
Yeah, that's a awesome. I mean, it's a good point. I mean, I say that with my mom. I feel like whenever we're doing something with the whole family, she's got the camera out and she's just like taking all these pictures. Well, and one, there's a difference with my mom, and I could say this because she's my mom, but she doesn't take great pictures. So like, if you're taking all bangers, then yeah, like keep taking pictures, like
Yeah.
because then it's like you can look back and be like, damn, we had mad photos that were like all great. But like, if you're just taking pointless pictures that are blurry that like you
Yeah.
can't use or whatnot, like then I would say almost like enjoy it, the experience a little bit more. But I think I don't know. I hope like my generation, like 30, 25 to like 35 maybe are starting to understand like to enjoy experiences a little bit more. You don't think so?
No.
I think there's
I
like
think
I think
the
there's like a
younger-
TikTok age. There's like a younger
It's
age.
just so annoying that the camera keeps doing that. But no,
well,
I don't. But this is what
I think here's my point. I think as people start to get older, they start to understand like experiencing things a little bit more and not just like trying to capture every like picture or something like that. Adam, if you're still out there, when you go to like Coachella now or something like that,
I guarantee you everyone
you-
is on their phone.
is everybody on their
posting
phone
pictures
or are they
of-
just trying to like enjoy the
No.
experience?
I think people are trying to capture it for the best Instagram photo, for the best TikTok. Like you drive by.
It depends on age.
No, people in our generation, like they're still trying to get the best Instagram photo.
They're trying to get that one picture, yes.
Yeah,
And
like,
it could
I
take a
mean-
lot to take that, like many
And I
pictures to
don't
get
think,
there.
like, if you look at my mom, we always say she loves taking pictures of the kids. Like, she's always on her phone that way. I don't know. Sofa King says, I semi-disagree with you, Corn. I enjoy experience, but still take, like, some photos for memories. I'm 24, by the way.
Yeah, no, there's nothing wrong with taking
Yeah.
photos, but
No,
like
I don't. I think, and we even say this, because you're saying, because you're in that age range, 25 to 35, that you're not on your phone as much. But we just said how you're always on your phone.
Thanks, Sean.
And then the other thing I always say, like, about parenting, like, sometimes for work, you'll be like, I have to be on my phone. I'm like, then go upstairs and be away, because from a kid's perspective, if they always see you on your phone, it's like they feel like they don't have your attention. Like sometimes Nix will say to us, "No more phone," because they obviously see that we're always on our phone.
Yeah.
Not that we are always on our phone, but I'm, like with the girls, but I'm just saying it's a good point.
Yeah.
Anyways.
I don't know. One of the
Yeah.
things that are always interesting is like when you watch the Super Bowl and like the kickoff is like all the cameras flashing or something like that. And I mean, like it's such an awesome moment that you would want to just like experience, like
Yeah.
it's like they're kicking off the Super Bowl. These two teams have played so hard throughout the season, and like you're watching it through your phone or through your lens, the same
But
thing that
also,
like you're doing at home watching a TV.
You know what's so funny about that? It's like fireworks too. Like people are like trying to capture the fireworks on their phone for Snapchat or their Instagram, and everybody's like, or concerts. It's like nobody wants to see your live stream of fireworks or the picture that you took. That there's going to be 10 million better ones on the internet.
Well, yeah, I mean, it
But
goes
it's like
back
for
to
you
all
to
about bragging,
prove
yeah, and like
that you were there and that you experienced it. But at the end of the day, like, what are you trying to prove? That's just like, so why social media in general is like,
yeah, no, it's true. I went to like I think it was like the only concert I ever went to, and I think I spoke about it on Kyle Corn, was like Billy Joel's last concert at Shea Stadium. I'm not a Billy Joel fan. I got like free tickets, so I went with my sister, and it was like before I think Instagram and like Facebook might have been around, but like it wasn't like as big of a thing. But I just have like the best memories of hanging out with my sister. Like I remember where we were sitting. I remember like Paul McCartney coming out at the end. I remember being in Shea Stadium with her and just having an awesome time. And like there's almost something to like having a little bit of an experience and sort of just being able to build on that your own like in your memory, because
Yeah.
like you could sort of, it sounds weird like, but like play with the memory a little bit more, and it's like I don't remember what the weather was, but I'm pretty sure it was just like a beautiful night.
Yeah.
and just had a great time. So
yeah.
a picture would have been nice, but it's also nice to just reminisce with my sister on that, or a friend, and just bounce each experience off of it with
Yeah,
each other.
no, it's almost like you kind of miss the like just flip,
Flip, flip.
flip. Even like BlackBerry time period where you just had like BBM, there wasn't like, you didn't really go on the internet much, where you could just be like present a little bit more, because now everybody's just in their cell phone.
But it is my birthday, so like I said, I wanted to document it, wanted to share with you guys. A lot of people sent me a lot of DMs. I always say if you DM me, I'll respond. Unless there was like one person one time that just kept sending me link after link of some video, and I was just like, dude, I'm not reading any of this shit.
Wait, what happened?
Like in Twitter, if you send me a DM, like I'm gonna read it. So like someone was just sending me mad videos one time and like links to political shit, and like it just kept popping up, and I was just like, yo, I responded, and I was just like, yo, dude, I'm not reading any of these. Like, please stop. Like, and I think he did stop. So hopefully, or she, I forgot who it was, but if you sent me a DM,
Are you talking about Sofa King?
no, it wasn't Sofa King.
Sofa King said you didn't respond to his recent DM.
Oh, I haven't been on social media recent. Like, I've been back on, but I haven't. I was off for what was it, 5 days?
3 days.
I think it was more than
He
3
made
days.
such a huge deal. I'm not on social media after he was off for 1 day. I'm not on social media. Like, give me a break. Deactivate everything, and then I'll believe you that you're not on social media.
I don't know my Instagram password, so I'm very nervous if I like get logged out of Instagram.
Yeah.
It's a wrap completely.
Yeah.
Because like for me, if I can't log back in, like my driver's license expired today, but like I get it's extended because of the whole quarantine thing. But if I have to like email, or I have to call, or I have to like fill out an application to like get my password back, I'm not doing it. Like I'll do it for the driver's license because obviously
You
I need to
have to,
drive.
yeah.
But like if I'm locked
I
out of Instagram and I have
guarantee
to get in contact with someone on Instagram,
I
I'm
don't
not
believe it.
like
I don't believe
Facebook.
it.
Facebook is my
Don't tell them your information.
no, my email domain for Facebook is like my college email.
Oh.
So they always say like we've
Why
emailed.
don't you update it?
I don't know how to.
Oh, I changed mine because mine used to be my college one. You can update it.
See, that's like if they emailed a whole bunch of stuff to my college email address and I could never get it. So if I get logged out, I have my Facebook password. Long story short, I'm sort of back on social media, but I need to balance it. I need to figure out a good, cadence of when to check it, when not to check it, because it is
Yeah,
overpowering.
you could
And
also.
you're on it a lot too, but you do a lot of research.
Yeah.
So like, I mean, it's all relative because you're still on there, you're still
Yeah.
scrolling through bullshit.
Yeah,
But
but
do you
mine
think it's
isn't necessarily like I feel like I can go down a rabbit hole on Instagram.
well, I posted yesterday you went down a rabbit hole on like
You posted where?
on Twitter.
Oh, you did? I
I
didn't
just said
see
you
it.
went on a Wayfair
No,
conspiracy,
I
sex
did not.
trafficking rabbit hole.
I did not go on a Wayfair conspiracy theory thing. I just asked you to. I was like, "What does Kyla think about Pizzagate?" Not the Wayfair thing. The Pizzagate thing is with Hollywood, like pedophiles and like sex trafficking stuff. I don't know that much about Pizzagate. I didn't even Google it that much. I went down the rabbit hole of in general pedophiles and like sex trafficking in general, not the Wayfair thing, just in general, like how much human trafficking, like kids abductions and things. And I went down this whole rabbit hole, and it was the whole thing. And it's very,
So it
very
started.
scary as a parent of two girls to even like.
I don't know the Pizzagate thing, but I know the Wayfair thing, and so supposedly,
Did
Wait-
someone ask what it was?
yeah, Sofa King asked. Oh, and someone asked me to shout out A Beer. Shout out to A Beer. If hopefully that's not like some like thing, and you just got me to say like something weird.
What say that?
I'm just because sometimes like someone did that
Yeah,
to Brett
that's-
Favre on Cameo once.
okay.
They had him say something, and then like
No, it's someone wanted to shout them out.
So anyway, the Wayfair thing is they were like selling cabinets, just regular ass cabinets on Wayfair for like $15,000, $17,000 for like just some basic ass regular cabinet shit. But the names of like the cabinets were like these very, very unique, strange names that like matched up with a lot of like missing kids and that had gone missing. So people like linked it up with like with kidnapping and like sex trafficking.
No, yeah, like so yeah, they were selling cabinets like let's say 3 sets of the same cabinets. One was priced like
$90 or
yeah, and then
something.
ones were like $17,000, and all the cabinets were named something like a very unique name. And if you looked up, people were saying this it was like this whole conspiracy thing because it was the name of a girl who was just abducted. So they're saying they are selling that person, and the transaction is done through Wayfair, and they're also doing it through Amazon, and they're also doing it through Walmart, and they're doing it through all
Thanks,
these
Don.
different sites to do that. So that's like the whole conspiracy theory is around that. But
YouTube is social media. Your dad
you know, in general, that's not even what I was going down the rabbit hole on.
Well, let me
But
just let's
that-
speak to that real quick because
Okay.
I think, and I told Molly this. I think sometimes like Walmart and Amazon get caught up in these things because they allow third parties
Yeah.
to get on there and write their own descriptions and create their own transactions and price points and all this stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I think they have people to monitor that stuff, obviously, but I mean, a lot of this stuff is they have so many categories of items and products that it's hard to keep
Yeah.
track of everything. But you would think something that gets put on their site for $17,000 would get red flagged. It was weird because I heard Wayfair's response was almost like some, like it's like they almost acknowledged it without like saying yes, that's what it is. And like they took the
I
post,
think
like
they
they had a
basically said
shady
the
response.
cabinets cost that much because of the material that
Yeah.
they were like high end quality cabinets, and it's like
It's just strange. I think like people with like an absorbently, is that the right word? I think amount of money are obviously are always going to be involved in some shit to like try and get more money. And a lot of that time, and a lot of those times, it could be some shady dealings or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
It could be some like Saudi Arabian thing or something like oil or like just like construction. There's stuff that like we don't even know goes on,
Yeah.
on a different level. And like you said yesterday, I think, some of these high level people who could be a celebrity or could be a politician, I don't think they're directly involved with it, but like indirectly they
I
could
think
their money
some
could be
people
like caught
are.
up. Yeah.
Right. And that's like with the whole like Pizzagate thing, people are saying like all these celebrities are like directly involved with things, and I think that's what I was saying to you yesterday is like, do I think, like people will throw out like Ellen or tons of different celebrities, and so do you think she's really looking at a list of kids and being like, sell this one to that one? No, but like, could their money be involved somehow? I don't know. Yeah, so someone said Pizzagate is basically a conspiracy that Hillary and Bill Clinton have rampant secret child sex ring in the basement of a pizza spot in DC.
Yeah, like I mean, here's my stance on conspiracies. I don't I don't really like conspiracies because I think people can do an amazing job of like digging any little piece of a story and tying
Oh
it and
yeah.
knitting it to like something that is actually true that like you can relate to and you're like, "Oh shit, like I have a daughter. She likes pizza." And then it's like you start like doom 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 and they put music on and they
Yeah.
put like a person that you recognize and they put a creditable person saying something you agree with and it's like you're like, "Damn, this shit could be true." Like I think conspiracy there's like professional conspiracy theorists who know how to tap into your mind. It's almost
Yeah.
like some psychological therapy
Yeah.
shit that like they hit you with a trigger and now you're tied in.
Yeah,
It's a
I think
religion.
that's
It's like some
okay. I think that is all true.
I just
Like,
freaked that
yeah, I
point
saw
too.
this
Like
yummy thing with Justin Bieber. Like, people are saying that whole music video was like his way of telling the world that he was involved in like this Pizzagate thing or something crazy like that. I
it
don't
was
know.
Justin Bieber saying it.
They took his song "Yummy." You know that song "Yummy"?
See, that's
no,
what I'm
I
saying.
know. Okay,
Like,
so that's
come
what I'm
on.
saying.
He's
People
probably
say,
talking about
okay,
a meal he
hold on,
had
hold on,
at like In and Out or some shit, and now it's
so
like
I'm just
tied
saying,
to
that's
Pizzagate.
that's people are saying that was his way of like, and so that's a conspiracy theory that people are like can take one little piece of sliver of something and tie. I'm not saying I believe that. I'm just saying. But what I was gonna say is, hold on, I don't believe the yummy thing. I didn't even say I believe in Pizzagate. You're taking my words and taking any little sliver of anything I say and acting like I'm a conspiracy theorist. All I'm saying is I saw one thing
Can you
which
plug the
led
phone in? Because
me.
it's probably gonna die.
I don't have a charger.
Right there, down on the ground.
I saw one thing on the Wayfair thing, which led me to a whole like thing on like sex trafficking and pedophiles and stuff, not conspiracy things, like actual things about like pedophiles being arrested and stuff, which then led me to look up pedophiles who live in our area, which is like public information. Like they have to list that stuff. And then
Yes,
it led
does.
me
I'm not-
into
wasn't
this.
doubting,
Yeah,
like,
that's what I was
pedophiles.
looking into. I wasn't like, that's not a conspiracy. Like that is fact.
Yeah, I was curious what you were asking Kyle, like what his
I'm not
thoughts on
following
what were.
Wayfair. I saw like the original thing on Wayfair. I'm not like updating myself on what's going on with Wayfair Gate. I just, whatever it's called, I just saw the original
Thanks,
thing.
Andrew.
But that then led me to this whole just like thing on, looking into sex trafficking.
See, that's what I'm
separately.
saying. Like people
That
have
makes
too
sense.
much like time on their hands now, especially with COVID and coronavirus and everything.
I don't think that's too much time on my hands to be knowledgeable
Not
about
you,
like what
not
happens.
you. I'm saying to that people tie people up into these webs of theories. So now you start thinking like, oh, this person might have been involved. Like, I just think I don't know. I want to believe that these people who are in power, that are the heads of these companies and stuff, aren't doing all this weird shit. But like at the end of the day, like people get rich, you know, in the weirdest ways.
Yeah.
Like
Wait, I have one other thing I want to say before we get
what?
off.
Can you fix that thing? Because you could see the.
Oh. Our setup is real legit tonight. Okay, I want to say it's like back to how you say with conspiracy theories, how we could take like one
Adam
little.
was on. I need Adam to write when you go to Coachella and stuff.
Oh.
Are you there just more so for the experience now at your age, or are people, or like younger people taking pictures and videos and not even really just enjoying the event? Now go back.
Okay, Adam, that question was directed at you regarding to are people on their phones at Coachella, but what I was going to say about conspiracy things is like how you say you could take any little sliver of information and be like, well, that means this happened and this happened and this happened and this happened. Hold on, we'll tell you in 1 second, Adam. Let me just finish my thought. So
I watch your whole streams, bro. You missed when I was there.
So you can take a conspiracy theory and make up any little story based on any sliver of information. But at the same time, it's like we're just told to believe whatever is out there. Like if we were just people, hold on. If we were just people who like turned on Fox News or CNN and you're just like, "Oh my god, everything they're saying is truth." So many of us, like, you just grow up like you take the information as fact because that's
well, you asked me that. You said in the past. I know you were like people.
Thought.
Okay, my fault.
So you just take it as fact. So some of these conspiracy theories things are like, look, believe me if you want or don't believe me if you want, but like do the research yourself. But my point is,
say that.
Hold on. My point is that whether the conspiracy things are true, either way, somebody could be on the other side and be like, well, that was proven false because X, Y, and Z. But it's like, you're never going to know the absolute truth of anything. Like, how are you going to know the absolute truth? Like, all we can believe is, like, you get the facts on one side, you get the facts on the other side, and then you just make up your mind on what you want to believe. Like, we don't freaking know anything.
Yeah, that's what I've always said about the news or something like that. Like, someone's reporting that to you. They have it, like they weren't there, you know? Unless you spoke to someone who was actually there, and it goes back to our point of pictures and stuff. Mm-hmm. If someone showed me a picture of them at a pizza restaurant in a basement with a kid next to him, then that shit is real. That's like not fake news. But like until anything comes out, like, and that's why like
but that's sources is, like,
and like people just talking and speculating, it gets so watered down that it turns to you scrolling on social media and you see like a picture of a pizza store or something.
Yeah, and then you're like, yeah. No, I know.
And then it's a wrap.
Adam, the question was, we were talking before about social media, being on your phone too much, and then I was saying there's a fine line between being on your phone too much and wanting to document something so you can look back on the experience, but then you're on your phone so much that you don't even enjoy the experience. So then Corin said at Coachella, people are probably enjoying Coachella. People are probably
Coachella
on their phones.
You sound like you're sneezing.
Can you? Oh my god, that people are on their phone so much, or they're not on their phone, that they're actually enjoying the experience. And I said, I think people are probably on their phones even more at Coachella because they want to brag on social media that they are there. So they're not enjoying. So the question to you is, are people on their phone a lot at Coachella?
Yeah, people are 100% on their phones.
You said they weren't. That was your point.
No. I was saying that older people, like now, like maybe 28 to 35s, if they're there at Coachella, are they more experiential, enjoying the event, or is it just the younger kids who are like...
Why don't you ask Adam? He's in that age group. Are you on your phone a lot at Coachella?
That's what I'm saying. I think as you get older, you start to like experience and like appreciate things a little bit more. So this is... Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, you take your phone out to record a little bit, like, because he's a DJ, so, like, he wants to remember a set or something. But, like, so I spoke to your dad earlier.
I can't.
And we have stage, like, to break it down in sports terms, because Molly's in the basketball court right now. Okay? So, yeah, that's what I'm saying. So there's quarters of your life. So I think he said from 0 to 25... Mm-hmm. Or 0 to 30 is quarter one. No.
Oh, so we're in quarter 2 now.
We're in quarter 2. 30 to 40 to 60. 30.
Why don't you, Dad? How do you break down the ages for?
There were different quarters, and I guess what I'm trying to say is, as you start to understand what quarter you're in, you know, at what part of the game you're in life. You start to understand and value things and appreciate things a little bit differently. So when you're younger, you're like, we're here forever. You know, this is a free ride. And you're probably on your phone, you're probably watching TikTok, social media, all that shit. And then as you get older, you have kids and stuff, you start to appreciate them a little bit more. And that's where I'm starting to try to transition into with when I had my social media. I had my social media break for 3 days. But it is a little bit sad, and I will keep it real. And I appreciate everybody showing love on Twitter, but when you're in high school, your Facebook wall is popping. You get mad
Yeah.
happy birthday loves. When you're in college, it's still popping a little bit. Everyone's saying happy birthday. Once you graduate college, and I told this to your cousins and everybody, like, your friends, like, you start getting smaller and smaller and smaller. And as you get older, your friends get smaller and smaller and smaller. Like, and I don't know what that is. I think because, like, life gets in the way, you have kids,
Yeah.
and you sort of have to try to stay connected with people, which is a tough thing to do when you're also balancing, like a family life or something
Yeah.
like that. Whereas when you're younger, you don't have as many responsibilities,
Yeah.
so you have more time to, spread your web for more people.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's also like as you get older and you have kids, or even if you don't have kids,
So to
you
finish that
just
point, my Facebook wall was sort of slayed today, and I was kind of upset about it.
who even goes on Facebook anymore?
Okay, go.
When you get older, you just kind of realize like you don't need people in your life who are just like it's more about quality than quantity. I think that's what I was gonna say. Like you still keep the people around who maybe you grew up with, and you like touch base with them every now and then. You wish them happy birthday, you say happy Father's Day, whatever. But those aren't the people when you get to go and visit New York that we're like, we're here for 3 days. If I don't reach out to you, like I love you, but like you're not my quality
Hold
friend.
on, sorry. Say that again. I didn't listen to any of it.
Like as you get older, it's quality over quantity for people in your life. Like you realize that people who
You don't have as much time to like see everybody.
it's not even like because if we even lived in New York, like yeah, you don't have as much time, but it's also like you don't want to like I don't want to spend my time with people who aren't like moving me forward in life in terms of like bettering myself.
But if they're your friends, why does that matter?
No, I don't want to hang out with people who like put me down. Not
like, put you down.
I'm like or just like lift me up to be a better person, and like I do the same for them. Like, in my opinion, like I would rather hang out with the people who are like, I don't know how to say it without like.
Well, like I mean, all the people I've made friends with are like I've made friends with them because we had a common ground, and it was something I connected with them on, and like that's why I feel like I still try and keep in touch with a lot of them because it was like there was something unique to each person that I like built a relationship with.
Don't you also feel like as you get older, your friends, like your lives change, and maybe you're at a different place in your life, and sometimes you don't always connect. Adam says there are always friends that you could go however long without talking or interacting with, that you never skip a beat with. Ooh, uh-oh. I agree. If you have people who like you don't see in a long time or whatever, and you can just like get back into it with them, no problem. Like those are like your ride or die friends. But I just feel like also like you also have way more friends than I do. Like I have like 3 friends, and like I don't, but I don't feel like I want more friends. Like I'm just like more of a quality over quantity. Like I have my same.
You keep saying
because
you can have a lot of friends that are quality.
I
just trying to make an excuse for not having a lot of friends. Like it's
Oh
not quality over quantity. It's you don't have quality or quantity. You have quality.
You don't have quantity. Like I don't like I just
Sofa King will be your friend number 4. Someone be her 4th friend. Sorry, this wasn't a roast fest for Molly. This was a birthday celebration for me. So I had a good birthday. Molly and I went on a walking trail in the morning, which was very nice. We found this new nature preserve that Illinois actually has a lot of nature preserves. We went to an awesome one, walked around the water. Then I went to this burger spot, Paradise Pup, best hamburger. Well, it's a Merck's cheddar bacon burger. Banging, best hamburger I've ever had in my life. And you guys know me, I'm the best food reviewer in the world.
I think you have a food video on Paradise Pup. Yeah, you do.
Oh, really? Oh, then check that out.
We took Nyx there, and she was like eating the fries.
And then, just chilled, family bingo. But I don't know, just wanted to dust off the YouTube channel because I haven't posted anything for a while. And I told Molly, like, I haven't checked, not that I check it, but like subscriber count and all that stuff. Because at the end of the day, what? Do I check my subscriber count?
No, it's just like.
Well, at the end of the day, I always feel like I'm very grateful to Kyle because, like, people came over to my channel from Kyle's, like, having such a like abundance
Yeah.
of followers, and
But
I was
at the
always
same
fortunate
time, I
that.
always have said to you since day one of your starting your YouTube channel, like, who even cares? Like, if you don't enjoy doing it, then like then
Yeah.
don't do it because there's no point. But like, I enjoy getting on and like just talking to you, and I think it's funny to look like for us to have just even the memories of like
We've
doing
never went
videos.
back and watched the video.
I have.
Oh, you have?
I've gone back and watched our videos.
Oh,
Not
really?
not like some of the chats. Sometimes I watch our chats, like I listen back multiple times, and you always ask me why I do, because sometimes I just want to like hear like what your thoughts on something are, like how your viewpoint changes over time. I don't know. That's just like the person I am.
I also feel like I don't think as well when I'm on video. Like, does that make sense? Like,
Oh my God, Sofa King didn't find you through Kyle. That's interesting.
oh, really? Who'd win an award? Illinois in New York? I don't know, New York. But
I don't know. People in upstate New York probably have like tons of guns and stuff. So
Yeah.
and same without where we live in Illinois, in like Trump country. But someone asked. Let's answer a few questions.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
If you have questions, ask.
Someone
them.
just asked
32
about
years old today.
our kids and our thoughts on social media. And as I was just talking about pedophiles a minute ago, I think over the last like I don't know. I am a Virgo. Yes.
Is that Quincy?
No, it's not. My brother's name is Quincy, but I don't. That's not my brother.
Food
Over
reviews.
the last like 6 months to a year, I've been telling Corin like I don't really want to put the girls on the internet publicly on public accounts as much. So like on my public Instagram, I just like almost deleted every picture of them and won't be putting them really on our YouTube if we do videos because people are creepy and sick and it just like I don't know. I don't want to do that, but
That's
anyways.
why, like, I almost didn't want to believe the Wayfair thing at first, but like at the end of the day, like,
But that's like
there's a lot of weird people in the world.
the
like,
Wayfair thing, whether that's true or not, that doesn't take away the fact that there are still tons of like pedophiles and like child abductors and kidnappers. And I was telling Corin, like
And she was
in
making
our
the point that
area,
especially now
there's
with
like
coronavirus, people are staying at home, so
yeah,
it's almost
they're
like
consuming more.
they're on the computer more. There's like way more ways that like they could potentially like target people. Like, I don't know. It's a strange it's a strange world. But like at the end of the day, you gotta just be careful. I don't know.
Yeah,
It's strange
So-
times. Yeah,
it is strange times, and
we have very strong opinions on cancel culture. Molly wanted
yeah.
wanted to. Well, we could do a Molly's mind on that.
yeah.
But I think, and I think Molly agreed, but people should have the, opportunity to grow from maybe something they, said that was incorrect or racist or, whatever when they were young and naive and didn't necessarily understand the full, scope of whatever they were saying. And then they got older and like maybe got educated on a topic or like involved in a situation where it related to them, so now they understand it a little bit better. But there's also different levels of degrees of cancel culture, and it's like I don't know, you thought if someone said something that they should be done, right?
No, I think as if you said something as a teenager and like you have completely changed your ways of everything thinking, like, do I think we should cancel them? No, I think people like kids are dumb. Like kids like thinking back to me as like a teenager, oh my gosh, like I hope our girls are nothing like me. And in terms of just like thinking you know everything and kids just are mean. Like it's just what it is what it is. So if someone said something when they were young and dumb and they put a tweet out like and people dig it up years later and like, oh my God, they said this, they're so evil. I don't think that is appropriate. But I think when an adult, like a fully knowing adult says something racist or says something, homophobic or says something really inappropriate, and maybe sometimes people are ignorant and don't realize it, but I think a lot of times they do, and then they get called out for it, and then they backpedal and do like a half-assed apology, but you can tell if somebody is genuine, like you can tell. I really do think you can tell in most cases. And if they are not genuine, I think we should cancel them because I don't think it's bad for if they're on the internet and they're someone who has like mega followers, I don't think it's bad to shame them in the same way. Like to
Yeah.
bring attention to it to all their followers. Like why not? They're
A
putting
lot of
their
the times,
lives
though,
out there.
a
So
lot of the times, those people also like tend to like get a bigger following off of something
well,
they
yeah,
say
but
that's,
they're not
because
getting
they're
the
getting
follow.
media
They're getting
attention.
different kinds of followers. Like I want to know.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
like
but
to think that all
it
my
is
followers like
okay.
me
So
because
he's
they
saying
think I'm
shaming
genuine.
isn't cancel culture, but like that is when you're like putting it out there to like publicize someone doing something bad. They'll say cancel that person or cancel this company or whatever because of what they did. So like I think that shaming them or cancel them, whatever you want to call it, it's all like the same thing. But I also think the other thing with all these Karens or whoever, like
Chads, is that the guy version?
I thought it was Ken. I thought people were saying Karen and Ken. I don't really know. Whatever they're doing, I think
I remember
great.
there was
Put
a
up
vote.
like videotape them, put them online. Like I want to know if they work in my company and like if somebody were doing that, like I don't know, they should lose their
Oh,
job
Chads are
if they're
fine.
like if they're a nurse and they are like spewing all that stuff. I don't want them to be my nurse. I don't want them operating on me. I don't want someone who thinks that way to be my surgeon. So I'm happy they're getting fired. Like
Molly wants everybody out.
no, I just don't think if like if you want to be publicly racist and like that doesn't align with a company's values, then like I don't object to them being fired. I guess that's what I'm trying to say.
What if there was like some doctor who like could only perform a certain surgery that you needed, but you knew he said like some racist ass shit? Would you let him do the surgery on you?
Yeah, I mean they're not I like yes, I would. That's but like I'm just saying I shared most probably no one here follows me on like my personal Instagram, but I shared a whole story about my experience when I had Scotty and a nurse
Thank you,
being
Kyle.
really rude to me and also a doctor who didn't believe me. And that happens to black people all the time. Like I don't want them in my medical circle if they're racist. So if they're getting fired for being publicly racist, like I don't feel bad, I guess.
Yeah, no.
No, Sofa, my Instagram is private because I don't want people following me.
I think I don't know. Sometimes it's good to hear people's true thoughts and opinions on things, even if it's something you don't want to hear, because it shows you people's true colors.
Yeah, I
She
mean
didn't hear what I said.
No, it does show you people's true colors.
That's what I
but
said on Facebook. Like, there's people who say super racist things, and it's like if you just delete everybody and cancel everybody, you're gonna have this like Pleasantville, you think perfect society utopia, but at the end of the day, like that's not really what it is. Like,
Wait,
they're-
what? No,
like if you just cancel everybody and like
Not
just dismiss them,
everybody's
we're not.
getting
You're gonna think you're
canceled.
gonna have this perfect Twitter that you can scroll through. That's like la di di, everything's beautiful.
No.
Like you need to see some racist ass shit. So you could be like, fuck that guy. There's people like that out there that like are super racist, and you
But
can
the
you
point
can
is-
teach other people like don't be like that person.
Yeah, but to like for part of like if you have people in leadership at all these different companies that are racist, like the company is going to continue operating that way. So it's like nothing is ever going to change. So like get all the racist people out and like there's still going to be racist people in the world. I mean, obviously that's not a reality. Like that is a very
That's what I'm
like
saying. You're
optimistic
talking with
way
like
to like
you're talking about
look at
the
it.
the world.
All I'm saying is if people are being publicly racist, I'm not upset that they're getting fired. That's
Yeah,
that's
I'm
what I'm
not
saying.
mad
Like
about that either.
if you want to like go and publicly like talk about extremely racist things, I think it's fine that they're getting fired. Yes, of course people are going to continue to do it behind closed doors, like not
And people,
like
yeah, are still gonna have like everyone has a
Yeah.
platform now. They have a channel. They have like, their
Yeah.
audience that they talk to. And unfortunately, people are gonna follow them, and there's still
Yeah.
gonna be crazy
Oh yeah,
people
there's
out there
tons
in
of
the
people
world.
who are racist in private. Of course, I would say probably more people are probably racist in private than in public, especially now with people recording. Like most people aren't going around just like screaming racial slurs at people when they cross the street. But all I'm saying is, like, in terms of cancel culture and Karens and whatever, they're getting filmed, that I'm not upset if they're getting fired, because
You know what's crazy to me?
that
Just
company
switch the
shouldn't
topic a
support
little
that.
bit.
But whatever.
And I guess like I've sort of fell into this category a little bit. But like when everything happened with George Floyd, like there was such an uproar and everyone was like in agreement that things were bad and like needed to be changed. And it's almost like you say like it's never going to be like the past, you know, like where people just got mad and then it like happened again. But it's like you can almost feel like, you know, like I mean there's obviously still protest and people like um you know, trying to get laws changed and defunding the police and stuff like that. But like, you can almost feel like a large weight of people sort of like just fading back to like normalcy, you know?
Yeah, of course. I mean,
And it's just crazy because it's like, that's how, you know, like obviously there's over time, you know, and I spoke to your dad, it's like the people that are protesting now, it's mixed, it's white, it's black, it's everything, which is great to see. But like, you know, it's like, I don't know. I
yeah,
don't know what
no,
I'm
I
saying.
mean,
It's just
yeah,
like,
it's like people, like, when they first started, like, so
but then again,
many
how can the
people were.
conversation go on every single like it should go on every
It
single day?
should. I mean, yeah, there's still people out there getting arrested. Like, there was huge protest. I'm not sure where exactly what where it was, but almost like 100 people were
Yeah,
arrested
football player Kenny
for,
Stills.
yeah, and were arrested without bond for protesting Brianna's murder. Like, and the killers, the cops are still not arrested. Like, these people protesting got arrested,
Well, that's why
but the
I have
cops who
no.
murdered her still aren't arrested. Like, how does that make sense?
That's why
So,
I have no like. And people are asking about voting in the general election, and it's almost just like I'm 100% gonna vote for Joe Biden because it's like the thing that really got me mad, you know. And I haven't really been following politics too closely. I haven't had the opportunity to talk to Kyle about too many things politics related. Um, But the whole Roger Stone thing, Donald Trump's like former advisor, I think he was, the guy who wears the top hat and the weary glasses, um, was just doing a whole bunch of illegal things and then, you know, was gonna get sent to prison and Trump just pardoned his whole sentence and now he's free, you know? And it almost just makes like it makes you have no hope in anything because it's like this guy is filthy rich. He just looks like a douchebag, and you know, just it just spits in the face of all the people on the jury who convicted him of what like I don't know exactly what his crimes were, but it was like corruption and all this crazy shit that like is probably way you know more harmful and impactful to people that he hurt you know throughout whatever he was doing than like someone who has a drug offense and it's like getting put in jail for years. Um, so it's really like Trump's just doing whatever he wants in office right now, and like there's the lady Epstein's right hand woman, the whatever her name is, Joshua or something.
it's like Jelaine or something.
Yeah,
Ghislaine or something.
Ghislaine
Maxwell.
Maxwell. I really think at the end of the day, whatever happens to her, like she already said, she wanted to do her her spend her time while she waited for her conviction in like this like fancy luxury hotel. Whatever happens to her, like Trump's just gonna pardon her and like she's not gonna do any jail time. Like all wealthy, rich, typically white people like just don't ever have to like do any crimes, especially with Trump in office. And like it's just it's so heartbreaking and it's just makes me not have any hope for the future with him there. So it's almost like you know if Biden's in office, as bad as you know he is with his policies and like just his old age and dementia and stuff like that, he wouldn't be doing shit like that.
Yeah.
And the Roger Stone
Crazy.
thing really like bothered me because it's just sad that like you know there's no judicial process for him, and
Yeah.
there was, and it just got thrown out the window. So
Yeah.
I don't know, my rant over, but our country's a mess. Like it's such a mess, and it's such a mess.
All right. Before we go, any positive, happy thoughts? Another year.
I got funfetti is the best type of cake. If you're ever trying to make a cake for someone, do funfetti. Is your dad still watching, George? Are you still on? Um, funfetti cake, 32 years old, Magic Johnson,
Oh,
Carmelone, Shaq in his Miami Heat years. Oh, do I feel 32? Not really. I don't know. I still feel young. I mean, like my
yeah.
body obviously is like sore and
I
stuff like
have to
that. But
say,
like, I don't know what. I think mentally I still like.
I think you have crossed over to like dad mode because
I got this weed whacker.
yeah, that's
It's
where I
this
was
silver thing,
going.
and it looks just like a claw, and it's got like this like silver sharp tip on it, and it looks like the guy from Scary Movie with the strong hand,
Yeah.
and he had like his claw. It looks like
Yeah.
that. And it's a weed whacker, and you put it in
It's
between
not
the
a weed
cracks.
whacker. A weed whacker is a thing that.
Oh yeah, what is it? A
Yeah.
weed puller.
It's like a weed. It's actually called a weed snatcher.
Oh.
Is what it's called, a weed snatcher.
And so our backyard, you could probably see it in the swing set video.
Yeah.
On Corn's World, check it out. Subscribe if you haven't. Every 44 viewer right now should be subscribed to Corn's
Yeah,
World.
if people saw it from that, whenever the last vlog we posted, our backyard, and I was like, we need to do something about this, this, and this. We did something about that, that, and that. We did
The weeds?
the whole backyard, the whole like weed situation.
Oh, could you see the weeds? You said
No,
that in the video?
No, yeah, because before we even hired the guy to come and do like where that black tarp was in the backyard.
Yeah.
That's
sort
all
of.
gone, and we planted grass. It used to be terrible.
Yeah, so Adam, I do I mean, I guess I'm 32 in the sense, like, I don't even know, like, age, I don't even know what you're supposed to be doing at any age. So, like, midlife crisis and all that shit, like, when does that start? But, like, I just got enjoyment out of pulling the weeds because
Yeah,
to
he
me,
wears Crocs and pulls the weeds.
it was satisfying to do something.
That
and,
looks like 32 to me.
let me finish my point. It's satisfying, I feel like, at any age or at any point to do something and see, like, an instant, like, instant gratification reward or whatever. So, if you play basketball, you shoot the ball, it goes in the hoop. That makes you feel good. But like when you see, like I took a before and after picture and I could post it, or if someone DMs me and wants to see what the pre and post of my patio looks like, just DM me. I'll send you both pictures. It's night and day. And I'm so proud of it because it's like you see the before and this shit looks like Jumanji. It's like there's grass everywhere. There's like high weeds growing. And it got to a point where it was mad frustrating. And we were going to have our neighbors come and like redo the whole thing because I just couldn't look at it anymore. There was flies there and like the dogs, you didn't know when the grass started and when the patio started. So the dogs would go out and they would take a shit on the patio and not the grass. And then it would flies all around. So I hit the weed whacker on the whole thing, and then I used that claw and went in between the cracks and chopped everything out by these hands right here. And it looks straight money now. There's still some weeds, and it probably still will grow back at some point, but I hacksaw ridged that whole shit and like got to the bottom of the root of the weed that those motherfuckers know if they're coming back, they better come with some strong shit because I'm coming for them, and I already came for them, and they know this isn't the house to play with. Like, go next door with that shit. Don't bring it to my
All
backyard.
while wearing his Crocs.
What are dad reflexes? Molly knows about my reflexes. I beat
They're
her up
terrible.
one time in college when we did karate.
Yeah.
We put on the pads. But yeah, I don't know. So there's my point. I think seeing the before and the after was like very gratifying. It was very rewarding. It was awesome to do something. Molly's over. What?
No, because people are just like, when you're bragging about the lawn, you've reached dad mode. Like everyone is like.
Joe Rogan spoke about it. It's something. There's something. I don't know. I feel like an 18-year-old would say this too. If like
No.
there was a whole backyard
No.
of grass and you come through and you freshen up the whole shit.
I mean, for
you'd
anybody,
feel
like,
good
you
about
feel
that.
proud of your work. Like
Yes.
when you do something and you feel proud of
And the
your
work I'm doing now is
but
cutting the
it's
grass.
just funny that
Your
you
work changes.
progressed to the level of work of being really proud that you took care of the weeds in the backyard and like when you mow the lawn, and he's always like, oh, I gotta go mow the lawn or whatever.
Because I feel like I'm accomplishing something. Like we had a basketball hoop that we put up, and like I'm not good with reading a manual and like knowing which bolts and screws go in this and that. That's why it's like Molly did most of it, and I helped out when I could. I almost got my thumb broken off, but the backyard, the grass, I could do all that stuff. It's easy to take out a lawnmower and do it, and it's like it's something that is contributing to you know
it is because I don't
the greater good of the house.
I don't do the lawn work, so
I'm proud of taking out the garbage, and you know.
Are you?
Yeah, I like taking
wow.
out and clearing all the garbages because then it's like I know.
He is really, really dad mode. He likes taking out the trash.
What is I feel like
no,
what
it's just
isn't-
like people like. It's just like a stupid thing, but it's just funny.
Crocs are comfy. I feel like if someone gave me a pair, I would have wore Crocs in high school. I wore flip flops to school every day. Like so,
no,
if Crocs were a thing in high school,
yeah.
then you can call me a dad. What dad mode?
Yeah, dad mode.
Dad mode in high school. I would have wore Crocs in
Yeah.
elementary school, like
True.
to preschool. I would have wore them
Nick
ships
wears-
home from the
Nick
hospital if
loves
my
Crocs.
mom let me.
Yeah, it's
So like, come at me, but like,
okay.
32 is not that
I mean,
old.
Scotty and I got him the Crocs for Father's Day, so it is what it is.
I still haven't gotten like a dad bod yet. I'm trying hard to get that shit. I eat White Castle. I go to Baskin Robbins and have like a shake.
Birkenstocks are a no from me.
Yeah, no on Birkenstocks, no on Toms. Toms are trash. But yeah, I'm trying to get the dad bod. I go to Baskin Robbins and crush a shake every so often. In the mornings, I'll have a bagel.
Yeah, I tell Corin I am worried because I want him to, you know, be able to enjoy our girls' lives, even though
The Adidas slides.
he doesn't
The red
have
ones.
a crazy dad bod. He is what I would like to call, you know, skinny fat. Like when you
Cancel.
are skinny.
You're canceled.
No, that's a real thing. When you're skinny and like your body just doesn't like just because you don't look overweight does not mean you're healthy on the inside. Like your arteries and organs and stuff probably look terrible.
I could.
It just basically means you're skinny, but like you are. That's a real term. Google it. Google it.
Google it.
Pull it up. Skinny fat.
Skinny cow is
What girl? I mean, if someone has a dad bod and they're into that, that's great. But I would not generalize and say that.
Let's see if there's like a Wikipedia definition or like. So far, it's all just like
Let me look.
bullshit links. I'm skinny fat.
Yeah, it's right here. First thing that look.
How did I get
skinny
this
fat.
background?
The hidden.
This was off Amazon for like $15.
The hidden dangers of being thin and flabby.
Molly does a lot of research, but she does a lot of Instagram.
Yeah, it's
research.
basically when you're skinny, but like, so you eat whatever you want because you have a good metabolism, but all the stuff like still clogs your arteries and stuff. And it's like when like a really skinny person like has a heart attack and everyone's like, oh, he was so healthy, but like really actually he was like downing 79 White Castle burgers every other day. And that's Corin in a nutshell. So.
Damn, what are you trying to say? I'm gonna have a heart attack?
No, but I'm saying, I do tell you that I get worried because it's not healthy. Like, you don't eat healthy. You don't eat anything healthy.
I used to.
It doesn't matter. Like, Corin, when I met Corin, he was, like, super, super healthy for years. And then he went down this downhill track and has been on a downhill track for a long time. And I get worried. So.
It sounds like there could have been something that came into my life that made me go down that downhill track. Just saying. You said when you met me I was super fit, and then
you made yourself go. Like, take accountability for your own crappy eating habits. Don't put that on me.
Molly's really good at, as we get late into this chat, she's perfected the whataboutism. And I had to explain this to her the other day.
You didn't
and Fox News does a great job about this. And,
I cannot.
Right-wing conservatives do a great job of
if anyone wonders
whataboutism.
what a day in the life of Molly and Corin looks like.
Whataboutism is when I do something correctly and
How is
explain
that
to Molly
relate to
that
right
I'm
now?
doing, and she'll go, but what about the time this or that or this or that? And I'll go, that doesn't matter to what I'm talking about right now. So yeah, she's a pro on that.
You're a pro. How does that even have to relate to you eating unhealthy?
Because I said there was one constant thing that came into my life when you said you met me and I was eating healthy.
Quarantine's mean.
And,
He's not mean.
And then you said, but what about,
No,
you
I
eating
didn't.
healthy now?
No, you said that. You were trying to blame me for your unhealthy eating habits.
I need to get back to doing my chats because
And even, you know what, even people on YouTube and Twitter know that Corin says all the time that he's going to start eating healthy. And then he does it
I
for
did say it
3
one time.
days. One time. You have more than one video.
Oh, really?
You have more than one video.
There is one
it.
video of me at the deli at Myers.
Yes.
Like
and
I'm
then
like,
there
I'm
was
ready
you,
to go getting
our
deli
last
meat.
video, you
I
out
probably
back
didn't eat
doing
that.
the jump rope. That's the last time he picked up that jump rope. He went running for 3 days. For 3 days in a row, and then jumped rope, and then hasn't done any type of physical exercise since.
No, I'll be real,
But
'cause
that's my fault.
The last time I went running, my knee hurt. And I had to stop halfway.
That's whataboutism if I've ever heard it.
That's not what about it. Oh.
Corin, if you could have one fast food meal for the rest of your life, what would it be? That's Adam's questions.
That's a tough question. I don't know. Probably that long chicken sandwich from Burger King is sort of banging.
Really?
If I could have that with some fries. The spicy chicken sandwich is good, but I think the Burger King long ass chicken sandwich shit is way better. Now Chick-fil-A is canceled. What else is canceled? Not Kosi's. Panera Bread's canceled.
Panera Bread.
Chick-fil-A.
Chick-fil-A. The whole, everything owned by
Krispy Kreme.
Panera Bread company, which is like
You done
Krispy
it to
Kreme,
us.
Einstein's Bagels, Brugger's Bagels, all those companies, bad
There was
ownership.
something else that someone was like...
Because Chick-fil-A is racist.
Oh, someone got mad at me because I followed the account. Yeah, Krispy Kreme supposedly...
There's like a whole article on Krispy Kreme, unfortunately.
Deuces. Don't care. Papa John's, don't give a fuck if Shaq's involved with it. Not getting your
Popeyes
pizza,
is
Papa.
okay. They're not canceled except for the recent
What's wrong with
article
Popeyes?
I read about.
You wrote an article on Popeyes?
No, except for Popeyes. Jed, yes, we're live. Popeyes with all the rats in their kitchen.
Oh,
So,
that's every... I mean, like, you're going
I
to
know,
find
I know,
Popeyes that's
I
in the middle
know,
of, like, a New York City subway system or something. Like, you're always gonna find a nasty video. Like, there was... I told you, Popeyes, when the chicken sandwich was flaming hot and everybody
Yeah.
wanted them, they were putting them, like, on garbage cans just because they had to, like, turn them out to people so
Yeah.
fast. But at the end of the day, that chicken sandwich is banging.
Yeah.
And I'll take one of those if there's a rat on the ground or something like that.
Okay. Well. Anyways.
There was a show on Fox that, like, it
I don't. But this
uncovered,
is what
like,
I say to
nasty
Corin
restaurant
about the
stuff.
healthy eating. I just say like, in moderation. Like you can still have your fast
Every
food. Like,
Dunkin'
you don't-
Donuts does free donuts also. Krispy Kreme's donut is banging, but
No, but Krispy Kreme, if you go into a Krispy Kreme and they get them off the belt, like you get free. Their donuts are like Dunkin' has nothing on Krispy.
yeah, I'm not gonna
Kreme.
lie. Like, I don't really know I don't know the extent of Krispy Kreme's, like, why they're canceled. If someone came to me with a box of, like, some warm, fresh Krispy Kreme donuts,
Yeah, you're gonna eat it, but it's like.
yeah, I'm like, they're not that canceled. They're canceled, but like,
But
if you
they're-
hit me with a hot glazed donut,
But they're canceled in the sense that you're not going out to be like, oh, let's go hit up Krispy Kreme.
no. Like,
Or like, let's go hit up Panera, or let's go hit up Chick-fil-A.
yeah, like, hopefully, I mean, you eat Goya.
No,
Is it-
I'm not going to
No,
anymore.
no, you
That
used to.
was-
That's what I
yeah.
meant. You used to, but like,
Yeah, I make a lot of things with beans.
hopefully, local mom and pop donut shops. Always, yeah, of course. Hopefully, Chipotle. Like, if the CEO of Chipotle watches Kyle and Corin or is in this live stream, like, please don't say some racist shit. Please don't, just be for the movement, Black Lives Matter, all that
Wait,
shit.
what happened? If the
Because
CEO of who?
I don't want Chipotle to get canceled.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I want you, like, that shit is good.
Yeah.
It's a tough thing to balance though, because at the end of the day too, a lot of these, like, Starbucks, like, the executives, they could all be on board with stuff, or like,
Yeah.
a lot of these companies, but they manage so many people that, like, all it takes is one person from
Yeah.
your store
But at the end of
anywhere
the day-
to do something, and then boom, they tie it to the CEO.
At the end of the day, every company needs a CEO.
CNO.
It's late. Every company needs a CEO, like the owners of Ben and Jerry.
Chipotle
like,
overrated.
those
You're bugging.
are owners that I want to support their company.
Who's that?
Ben and Jerry's. Like, they're out there protesting.
Oh yeah, Ben
like,
Jerry's.
they're out there.
But
like,
they've been OGs in the game. Like
Panda Express is not canceled.
yeah, Panda Express is not
If
canceled.
Ben and Jerry's, no, he's asking because we listed off a bunch of companies.
No, they don't have Caribou in Illinois. I don't know what that is.
Ben and Jerry's CEOs or owners or whatever.
He's Bernie Sanders guy. He was at the rally
someone
in
asked
Chicago.
why they're good.
Oh,
like,
I know.
yeah,
we saw the CEO. He was at the rally, right? Oh.
But like, read their full press release on like when that black square thing happened on Instagram and like how they're supporting and stuff. But it's just like not only with this cause, it's like Ben and Jerry's are like
they've been about it.
So they're great. Versus like the companies who are just like terrible.
they're like and that's why Bernie Sanders would have been awesome. Like because it's like they call things like they see it. Like there's no putting a spin on it. You know, it's just like, should I wear a mask? Fuck yes, you should wear a mask. There's no other point of the conversation. There's no other reason why. Like, unless you cannot breathe with the mask on your face and you will die because it's there, then maybe you can get excluded or something like that. But like, Ben and Jerry's is awesome because it's just like they're not afraid to just say the truth. And if they're gonna lose followers and they're gonna lose people buying ice cream, and at the end of the day, like you said, you don't want them. You don't need them. You know.
I'll wear a mask
and their
on
food
my
is,
face.
And their food is too banging to like even cancel them.
I'll wear a mask on my face until
I've never tried crab ragoons yet.
Coronavirus is under control because, in my opinion, I'm on the extreme side of I don't want to go anywhere. I don't want to do anything. I want to make sure that we're keeping our kids safe. And so I'll wear a mask. As long as I need to wear a mask, I'll stay in my house as long as I need to stay in my house.
Haagen-Dazs low-key is up there with Ben & Jerry's, but the dude Haagen-Dazs probably was some German guy who was like probably...
Yeah, I don't know about Haagen-Dazs.
Or some shit. I mean,
I'm sure there's like so many companies that you can look into, but at the end of the day...
Haagen-Dazs, that shit just sounds like
I think at the end of the day, if you're like if you know something about a company, like the Home Depot came out, like they help support Trump or whatever, like, okay, I'll just go to Menards or Lowe's. Like, there's so many options of where to buy things. It's just like... But
let's keep it real. So Hobby Lobby, which I don't think is big in the East Coast, so like maybe a lot of people don't know it, like from the East Coast, and they were almost doing like some similar Wayfair type shit. They were like, they had this unique or like this artifact or special artifact that they had in like a different country that they found, and they try to ship it with like some regular container shit, and they got in trouble. But at the end of the day, here's my point, is like they say all this bad shit and do all this bad things, but like when you don't have that much money and you need to put like a nice chair in the corner of your house, they'll hit you with a chair for like $8 and you'll just be like, I sort of have to buy that shit.
Yeah. That's why I was saying, like, if I need something and I can't go to Lowe's and we live really close to Home Depot, like, I'm just run into Home Depot, you know? But I'm just saying, if I have the option to go...
Goodwill, too. You can
the two chairs we're sitting in right now are from Goodwill.
Yeah, that is true. I hit up Goodwill today on my birthday, too. And I got a stadium giveaway bobblehead.
So,
But I'm trying to make the point that sometimes, like, their prices are just smacking you in the face where you're like,
sometimes
do you want to really take that, like...
support someone you don't want to support unless you're, like, super, super extreme. But in most cases, like, if I know somebody, I'm not gonna go...
Goodwill does have great paintings, too. Goodwill, like, low-key, has mad good shit. Like,
I don't like our Goodwill. I don't like ours at all.
I actually... You went down a rabbit hole of, like, sex trafficking. I went down a rabbit hole of, like, local Goodwills. And everyone said that ours is actually, like, really, really good. Like, the reviews
you know why I don't like
were very positive.
Okay, because maybe you find good stuff there. But I don't like our Goodwill because it's, like, the way it's set up. Like, it's very claustrophobic to me. It's just, like, very cluttered.
You gotta adapt to the smell. Goodwill is like, if you're walking into a Goodwill, you gotta...
some of the Goodwills we went to in Arizona were, like, really spread out. They were really, like...
Yeah, those were, like, newer ones. And they
but that's what I'm saying. Fresh. I don't like our Goodwill because it's, like, feels very claustrophobic.
It's like going to a restaurant. It's like going to a banging restaurant. Sometimes you're gonna have to go to, like, a restaurant that, like, that shit is run the fuck down. The grills are mad old. And, like... You know, the guy behind the grill is not wearing gloves. He's sweating like a motherfucker. Like, his apron has dirt and barbecue sauce and mad shit on it. But you know that food is going to be banging. If you go to a brand new Goodwill, they might not have tons of stuff on the shelves and, like, tons of clothes on the racks because it is brand new and they haven't got blessed with mad donations yet. But if you go to a Goodwill that's mad run down, that's been there since like 1908, and people know that's the spot where they donate the shit, you're going to have to deal with the musty ass smell.
Yes, but
Boom.
someone just
I
said
just
his
killed
mom,
it. And the one,
their
the
mom
one we
works.
go to is a little musty.
Someone said their mom works at Goodwill and they haven't been treating them well during the pandemic, and they're still making minimum wage. So
Damn. Sorry to hear that. But I mean, like, the one I go to, they're all masked up. They're all smiling. They say hi to me because, like, I get my birthday credit when I went.
you did? They
Yeah.
What's a birthday credit?
I think it was $5 off.
Wow.
And I also had, like, discounts.
All right, another question. Do we eat out more than cook at home? In general, like with COVID and stuff, we've been eating out once a week.
I would have
We
had a
ordered
perfect
food.
birthday today, but we got Mexican food from this spot that we ordered on DoorDash, like, I don't know, a couple months ago. And Molly just did reorder, but added a side of beans. Last time...
Not Goya.
Not Goya. Last time it was banging because I visually saw what I was eating. I picked my meal. It's hard to decipher if you go to a Mexican restaurant and you get delivered because sometimes they put like rice and beans and lettuce on top of like some saucy burrito or empanada shit, and it all sort of just gets mashed on together, so you don't really know whose meal is whose. So tonight, so last time I saw what I was eating, so I chose what was mine, the shit that I ordered, which was mad good. Molly's mom got some shit in red sauce that had like peppers and stuff in it that I learned tonight wasn't mine. Tonight, Molly was the one who facilitated the meals, gave me the wrong shit,
No, I didn't.
and was the one part of my day that fucked up my birthday.
His came with.
And then try to tell me that mine was the only shit with sour cream on it.
It says
And the one
sour
that she gave me
cream.
was the one with sour cream on it, but that shit was cheese. It was some cheese shit. It wasn't sour cream.
That was sour cream. The container's still downstairs. I will go show you.
So, long story short, my day was perfect. Everything was amazing. I appreciate
I ruined
Molly
it 'cause he didn't get the
facilitating
right-
the meals, but she gave me the wrong shit. And if that didn't happen, I would have had a perfect day. I would have pitched a perfect game today. Today was like throwing a complete game, shutout, but no, not a complete game. Yeah, a complete game shutout, but your arm being too sore that you're gonna have to miss your next start because, you threw a couple more pitches than you should have. That was today.
Okay.
So now I missed my next start because you fucked up that meal.
Okay. Well. Don't.
And then while we were setting up, I had to run up the stairs, and Molly has this thing with my breathing, and I was breathing a little hard, so she got mad at me for that. And that goes back to my
It's
skinny
not just
fat.
you. I hate when people like breathe loud, eat loud.
Well, there was
like,
an article
are making noise
that said
around
like,
me.
you're like a genius if you hear those
No,
sounds. or
I'm like
whatnot.
very sensitive to like noises that are close to me, like when you eat and breathe.
Yeah, the breathing is one thing, but I don't know. At the end of the day, it's good to document things. It's good to have conversations. So take pictures. Don't take too many pictures. But yeah, I was on social media hiatus for what felt like an eternity.
3 days.
And I dusted off my social media.
Sofa King. It's not even smacking that I hate. It's like if people are chewing with their mouth closed, and that's the only sound, and I'm also not eating. Like I can hear it, and I don't like it. And I can't be like in the same room. It is what it is. Like it really irritates me.
So yeah, I haven't checked my subs, but hopefully everybody's subbed, because Corn's World's come back. Hopefully we do a Kyle and Corn soon. I'm not tolerant. Yeah, clicking of a pen. But Molly does shit that irritates
Yeah,
me.
I do. I'm also like a tapper, a twirler, a whatever, but I just like can't stand sounds from other people.
What time is it? It's 10 o'clock. There's 2 hours left to my birthday. I sort of start to get sad at the end of my birthday because it's
you have
just
to
like
wait a whole nother year till the next
a
one.
whole nother year. And if I like put a tweet out tomorrow that was just like, it's my birthday, like I won't get love because at the end of the day, it's not my birthday.
You could make up your birthday. No one knows.
Yeah, 1 hour.
But
in
now
New York.
not 1 hour in New York because you get to celebrate your birthday for a full 24 hours, and it will only be 24 hours for you and 2 hours here.
What? We were trying to have a math equation today because we were walking around this walking trail, and this one dude kept lapping
Yeah.
us. It was like on a 2 mile trail, and we were going,
It was like a 3
and he was
mile
walking
trail.
in the opposite direction, and we were trying to figure out if he was lapping us or because we were walking forward and he was walking past us, he would meet us at a spot where we got forward. Did I
Okay,
explain that
no,
correctly?
you didn't. So, okay, imagine you're on a track
Yeah, like
going
yeah,
around.
yeah.
You're going one way, the other person's going around the other way. So Corn and I started here, we're going, and a guy passes us 1, 2, 3 times. That means he lapped us 3 times. Like, we were going super slow.
And I was trying to explain that we saw him here, but since he's going this way and we're going this way, we're gonna get here and he's gonna meet us as we're like further down the rail.
This
So
is
when he
why
meets
people
us,
think you're dumb.
when he meets us
we are
here,
dumb.
when he meets us here, he's not technically lapping us because we've just moved forward to decrease his
I don't. Yeah.
journey.
So,
So
if
like
we're
I don't
here-
know if he lapped us 3 times or
He's
not.
here.
It deadass was like some like
I think
8th grade
so,
regions.
So someone said he lapped us
problem.
1.5 times.
But we saw him 3 times.
I don't know.
You know what I'm saying? That's why like it deadass felt like I was taking the SATs
he
again.
at least lapped us once. Like, that's a fact. Because he made it around the whole thing at least one time. Because we could see him at 2 different points.
Wait, no. So
Because
he
we
wa-
could
yeah.
see him at, like, 2 different points because we're going opposite
There
direction.
was a glitch in the
But
system.
the third time would mean he at least leveled
How
us.
so? How long do we travel?
How long did... 3 miles.
It was 3 miles. And here's my. This is what I'm trying to explain
Yeah,
again.
I don't know, but it seems like other
We're
people
walking
don't
this
know.
way. He's walking this way. So when we are going around now here, he's walking this way. So like we're decreasing his thing because we're moving more into his path.
I don't know.
That's why math is dumb, and people like say like math is great. It just confuses the situation.
Yeah, he
a lot
lapped
more.
us 1.5 positive
Yo, y'all broke
velocity.
my brain. Mine was broken earlier too because I was like, I mean, not to shit on him, but he was a bigger guy, and we were walking like fairly fast, and I was like, I don't think this guy lapped us 3 times.
Yeah, I don't know. He was going pretty fast, and we weren't going that fast. It took us like 70 minutes to walk 3 miles. That's pretty slow.
But it's not like he was like running. And then there was an old couple that had a dog in a
But see,
baby
them, I
carriage.
think we just saw them at 2 different points.
Yeah, whatever.
I don't know.
We've been talking for 82 minutes. You're both going in opposite direction. You're going to see him more often versus the same. Yeah. We're going to see him more often.
But I think because we saw him 3 times, like, I don't know.
The YouTube channel is back. I got a chat that, what day is it? We'll put it up Friday. My man
Yeah, it's Wednesday.
Donald, upstate New York, Rochester, works at Kodak. He DM'd me. Well, he helped me out because he told me a couple people that my family in upstate New York should vote for. So, and he also attended a Black Lives Matter protest
In Brooklyn.
So I wanted to talk to him about that. But we didn't really talk about that too much because like we just started our conversation and it was going, and then we got to like 50 minutes in, and I was doing it in the basement at the time where Molly's mom lives with us and she wanted to go to bed, and I couldn't really ask him about the protest too much. So basically I had spoken to him prior and I was like, yeah, we'll talk about the protest, that'd be awesome, like, you know, and we spoke about it for like 3 minutes.
Yeah,
But it was still cool. Did you listen to it?
I did.
And was it good?
Yeah, it was good.
Okay, so check it out. Hopefully we'll do more chats. I'll have George on. DM me if you have an interesting story. Like if you were like in Iraq and you want to talk or something like that, DM me. Or you have 2 hours to send me a happy birthday DM.
Did
Are
you
you
eat
over
cake
this?
already?
Like you could tell when Molly's over this when
No,
she just
I'm
gets
just
quiet and stops
I'm
talking.
just a little tired.
Thank you for the happy
Um,
birthdays. I really appreciate it.
Yeah.
I don't believe people when they say this is the most wholesome channel on YouTube. Like, it's really, is it? Yeah, Adam, 100%. We could do another talk, man. I feel like when we spoke, I was in Texas, I feel like, and I was like trying to do a chat every week, and you know, not that it
You
was
did
rushed,
Adam's
but
chat while you were in Texas?
yeah, I did it from my
Oh, wow.
hotel, and like the Wi-Fi was shitty, and I had to find a spot of the room that like looked at like whatever. But yeah, no, man, I definitely want to. We definitely talk again,
Will you have
and
me
this time we'll
on?
just get on and just talk. Like, I mean, like I like having questions and writing stuff down as point of references, but a lot of times I need to like listen more and just let people elaborate, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Like similar that like you need to do that a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Let me finish like what I'm
Yeah, like,
talking about.
yeah, mm-hmm.
So, Sofa King, yeah, we'll get it popping. But
When did we meet? Like,
college 2012,
no,
12 years ago.
12 years ago. 12 years ago.
Crazy world. Crazy world.
We did
Roger
not, we
Stone
didn't
shouldn't
meet
be
at the
fucking walking
Dark
free.
Horse Tavern. We didn't meet at Dark
Oh wow,
Horse.
someone asked if you were Guyanese.
Yes, I am Guyanese.
They must know you or some shit.
Yeah, they
There's
must
no,
have seen
like,
my dad's chat.
yeah, like that's not some shit you just guess. Don't try and be shady and guess some shit that you already know.
Jed, send me that video of
Molly
us
doesn't
at
like
Dark
cats.
Horse.
If same, yeah, I did. They did know that they watched the video. Yeah, I don't know. What was I saying? See, you're clicking the pen right now, and that shit is dumb annoying.
I met Adam at Dark Horse. That's the first time I met Adam.
All right.
At Dark Horse, yeah. Maybe even Jed, too.
All right. Love you guys.
Yeah, Dark Horse upstairs.
Time to cut it. Go to bed. What's my ethnicity? I don't know. Eastern European or something.
Don't ask me.
If you
Corn, are you mixed with white?
didn't even spell my name right. All right. Good night, everybody. I'm not mixed with white. Peace. Thanks for chilling. Happy birthday to me. Appreciate it a lot. What? I can't wish myself a happy
Yeah,
birthday?
you can. Happy birthday.
Oh. Okay. Good night.